Hey, Shalom, Shalom, and stuff. So, begin with praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahshua, Ba'ashem, Kodash, the belongings of Apostle, great millstone, honesty, brothers, doing work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. Yahweh's real name, of whom the word ignorant equals God, Jehovah. Yahweh's real name is Yahweh, and the Son's true name is Yahweh Shai. And when we pray Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba meaning in, Her meaning then, Shah meaning name. So Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. This is a quick one. Inspired, which is something I was meditating on over the last couple of days, and that is, although a lot of people end up choosing the wrong paths, end up being led down the wrong path, because at the end of the day, the um the Lord basically has angels set up such that people won't get this truth, right? It says there 6 from 9, right? So, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. And make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed. Right, so there's actually an angel that is blocking people from being able to understand this truth, because ultimately the Lord has a vendetta against these individuals, because that's just the lot that they were appointed, okay, from the foundation of the earth. That's just the role that they were to play, right? So, but I was just, meditating on the fact that in one way, shape, or form, everyone's trying to look for an answer, right? Whereas some, choose an answer that Esau, has given them, rather, people get an answer chosen, because it is the thing we understand, in this realm, the Most High controls everything in this realm, right? We didn't choose this vocation. We didn't choose this life that we lead, and rather we were chosen, right? Was that John? This is John 15:16. It says, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you, right? That ye shall go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall speak of the Father in my name, he may give it you, right? So basically, you have these so-called Christians that go and say, "Oh, I chose the Lord. I chose the Lord." He didn't choose the Lord. The Lord is the one that chose us, right? Lord will be of His elect, right? So just to make sure that my phrasing is understood, but basically all these people that everyone's looking for an answer, and people end up choosing these different philosophies, these different basically end up at the wrong conclusion, right? Because ultimately this truth is but for a few people, right? That's what the scriptures refer to this as a little sanctuary, right? I was watching one program. Everyone's trying to find the best way to uh the best way to do this, the best way to do that, right? Everyone's trying to find an answer to something, but what they don't understand is the real answers to everything are written in these scriptures, right? All of those deep philosophical questions that people ask, right? The answers are in the scriptures. The meaning of life. It speaks about that in the Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, right? Serve the Most High, and that's it. Okay, this is Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Right? So there are loads of these different philosophies that people can go down, right? Many of the loads of different philosophies that people do go down. Like, for instance, people will be looking for the truth. They may have grown up in the church, right? But they're like, something ain't right. They're looking at what's going on in the world, and they're like, this, these boxes ain't ticked for me. So what do? They end up going into Islam, right? They're not going into Islam, and then now they're in some deep dark depths, of philosophies, man, of wicked philosophies, right? And once again, you get other people that are like, oh, something ain't right with the world, this, that, and the other. Oh, we must, become eco warriors or whatever. Start throwing, food at, $1 million paintings, right? As you've been seeing, a lot over the last couple of weeks, right? People just go into art galleries and throw in paint because they think, oh, that's the answer. That's what we need to do to, to make the world a better place, right? But these scriptures has an answer on how to make the world a better place, and that is the manifestation of the sons of God, right? And the pulling down of the wicked, right? These current elites, right? These so-called white people, man, right, that are in rulership at this moment in time. And the Lord is getting ready to yank them out of the position of power that they're in, which their biblical nationality is the Edomites. Continuing on, verse 14 says, because straight is the gate, right, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it, right? So that is why, we're in a very privileged position, right? We're in a very privileged position. And the Lord has allowed us to see this. This is Matthew 13, right, from 16, right? It says, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear, right? I.e., blessed are our eyes because we don't have the blinders on, right? We are not in darkness, right? As are others. That's was that Ephesians? Let me try to find that. Oh, in fact, it's actually pretty good. It's Ephesians 4:14. That's not what I was thinking of, but it's what I need. It says, then hence that we henceforth be no more. Ephesians 4:14. It says that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive, right? Tossed to and fro, people who go around watching several different camps and doctrines that ultimately end up getting confused by every wind of doctrine, right? Every philosophy, everything that sounds good. And Jake be on that, man, right? Jake loves hearing the latest new thing so that they can go and, tell someone else and, make themselves seem like they're deep. Or there's this thing that I know, there's that thing that I know, right? Where is the one I was thinking of? How was it phrased? Is it 5:14 maybe? That's the spirit anyway, because it's, yeah, that's definitely the spirit, because I'm pretty sure I know it's 5:14. My spirit had me read the other one, right? Right, but yeah, this is one I was actually looking for. It's Ephesians 5:14 now. It says, wherefore he saith, awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, Mashiach shall give thee light. No, still another one. But we can go into it. I'm not thinking of. We can go into it anyway. It says, verse 15 says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Most High is, and be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Right, and that's going into philosophies, right? And that's it. That's the whole thing. Because there are a load of different philosophies out there in the world at the moment, right? And being able to lead, being able to be and finding yourself in the right path, right, is a very a beautiful thing, right? So let me just find this real quick. Yeah, it's like I couldn't find the one that I was looking for, but it says Matthew 13:16 again, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. right? So, you've got, this truth is it's the most powerful, most pure thing on the face of this planet Earth. And once again, people are all searching for a truth, right? They don't know what the truth is. We have been led to find out what the truth is, but you have loads of different people trying to find a truth, which is why they start falling into all of these weird and dodgy doctrines. But ultimately, right, but that's because the Most High has led them to those dodgy doctrines. Right, that's why you got so many people that got taken by the cult of personality that is Trump, because they were looking for an answer. They was like, something ain't right. These politicians, they don't care about us, whatever have you. And then Trump was pushed out there, right? And then guess what? They looked at him like he was some kind of savior. That's why they will defend this guy no matter what. Right? Why? Because for them, that was the answer that they were looking for, right? Once again, we have the true answers, the true keys to life, right? Where am I? I think it's further up here. You don't know. It's Romans 11:7 says, "What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for." Right? And ultimately, what we're seeking for is the kingdom, right, of heaven. That's the ultimate, right? But before then, right, they were seeking for, for truth, right? Israel seeking for truth. Israel wants, to get some kind of, knowledge and understanding of, what's going on. But hey, they ain't gonna find it, right? Scripture says, Romans 9:6, "They are not all Israel which are of Israel." Because right now, the Lord is only dealing with the remnant of Israel. The rest are just gonna have to, get punished, man. Scripture says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. And our nation is full of sinners. We're all sinners. Romans 6:23, "All have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High." Right? It's just for the elect, the Lord hath blotted out their sins, blotted out their iniquity, right? This is Romans 10:2. It says, "For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge." Once again, this is the fact you see Israelites, our people who once again may not know that they're Israelites. Like, for instance, you get a lot of people now that are following what Kanye West is saying, because for them what he's saying resonates, because they're like, something ain't right. They have followed things, reading articles, have gone this, and then they know something ain't right in the world and they're seeking an answer. And then for them, Kanye is the answer, right? But just what did we read first? Wide is the gate, right? Because I was listening to one of the things that he was saying, and he's very much pushing that whole black, right? But hey, the nation, the children of Israel, we're more than just black, right? We're so many different shades of brown, right? But I think that's all. I said just a quick one, and yeah, till next time we say shalom.